Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. Today we got a live Q&A on the flight model. Here's what you need to know in 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Jared said several times that Evocati should hit very soon. Intelligent Flight Control Systems is a concept that was designed and created by John Pritchett. The system needed to evolve many times and has been in constant iteration since the Kickstarter. The 3.5 model will not create a general G-force globally in a multi-crew ship. So we won't yet see any of that original Star Trek stuff where the crew is tossed around during an attack. There are some pretty big challenges associated with it, but they did say that internal dampeners will have a limit, so that can't be ruled out. It's been confirmed once again, each ship is going to have specific flight characteristics based on its mass and thrust. Tiny ships should have an angular advantage over larger ships. Larger ships won't be able to outmaneuver, however their turrets will balance things out. Different atmospheres will change how the flight feels. Different altitudes have different densities, so that too will change how flight feels. Afterburner and boost was combined. Afterburner is gone. Boost is now called Afterburner, and it's just an overpowered mode that's meant to be used for short bursts. This will eventually overheat everything and cause damage or reduce performance. They confirmed that there are some ships that don't have the required thrust to lift off of some moons. The example was a Reclaimer. It would have great difficulty leaving Hurston. The Starfarer would fare better, and the Hammerhead seemed to have no difficulty whatsoever. There will be an auto cruise set to a true velocity indicator. The demo ship was a Gladius, and it seemed to drift forever when a violent maneuver was made in space. The speed limit, also called a throttle limit, was set by the scroll wheel. Veteran pilots are going to remember this as the SCM limit, which used to be fixed. It's now variable. They tried to reassure us today that compared to other space sim games, Star Citizen still feels quicker. From the footage, compared to what we knew, this is now much slower. The plan is to make combat feel like the mass of the ship has an effect. Hovering was confirmed to be completely redone. Speeders act like they carve, similar to a jet ski. Speeders remain closer to the surface, and the closer it is, the better it'll carve. Speeder lift is generated by proximity, so performing a high-altitude drop will simply result in a crash. Being shot will knock the ship, and the pilot will need to correct for it. Cutting the power on a plane-shaped ship will result in a glide. Cutting the power on a brick-shaped ship won't. Lifting bodies are simulated and should feel correct. On today's demo, when the pilot pitched 180 degrees at a decent speed, it caused the player to almost black out. There's no decoupled Newtonian mode for speeders with gravlev. There is decoupled Newtonian mode for speeders in space. Decoupled can be toggled on and off, or there's also the option to push and hold. Banking turns offer better performance in atmosphere. Hover works the same over water or land, and ESP is going to be dumbed down a bit, but it's not ready immediately and it'll be tested in the future. Now it's time for noob notes. Flying speeders with a keyboard and mouse like what we saw today looked jagged and sketchy. I felt ill just watching the gameplay. I'm eager to test Xbox-style game controllers, and if that works, I'm going to fully flesh out the setup video. No joke, I actually felt sick watching that. I'm still interested in gimbals and turrets, obviously, and I'm going to post up any information that comes out. There you go, fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.